Hey guys, it's Hope. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about July favorites, and I actually have a couple flops this month, which I never really have flops, but I mean I do, but like I feel like I never talk about them, or like if they're just like, there's some that are meh, and then there's some, I have a couple that are like kind of flops. So without further ado, I think we should just hop right in and get started. So I have a whole bit of products to talk about today, and I have some skincare. I think we'll talk about skincare first. The first product I'm going to talk about is a face mask that I've actually been testing out recently, and this is actually an Australian company, which I think is really cool. They reached out to me a couple weeks ago and asked if I would like to try their product out. I believe they pronounce this Alia, so Alia Skin, and it's the Pink Perfect Australian Pink Clay Mask. It's to detoxify and brighten. And I have to say, when I use this, I see a major difference in my skin. Like, I think that my skin looks very brightened and just alive. I noticed I was filming a video and I had mentioned it. I was like, why does my skin look so illuminated? I have no highlighter on and it looks so brightened. I'm like, I bet it's from that mask that I'm using. And I didn't tell you what it was because I was like, stay tuned for July favorites. I was giving you a teaser. This is the mask. This mask smells like roses. It is kind of scented like roses, but it smells more natural. It doesn't look like I've used a lot, but I've used this probably almost 4 or 5 times, maybe 6, around that, and my friend Savannah used it once too. And I've been trying to get rid of blemishes along my chin. I've been using that Pixie Glow Tonic. I don't know if it's working. I stopped using it because I feel like it was making it worse, and I know it gets worse before it gets better, but I've been using it a while and it hasn't been working, so I'm kind of giving it a break to see if my skin changes or not. But I noticed when I use this, I feel like this has been calming my skin a little bit. So I really liked this. I think that I looked online and it's like all natural ingredients, so there's nothing bad for your skin in this. The ingredients in this product are good ingredients for your skin, and that's why they say that they're not harsh. It's dermatologist tested. On there it says you can use it 2 to 3 times a week, so I usually use it twice a week. I'll use it Sunday and then like Wednesday or Thursday, or kind of somewhere around then. I feel like it does make my skin look good. It doesn't, what I like when I wear it is it's cooling at first and it doesn't tighten till like the very end, so it's comfortable. It's not like, I have some mud masks that are like so like sucking the life out of your skin, but this sucks it at the end, but like when you're wearing it, it's enjoyable. So I really like this, and I think this is a nice mask. I do have a discount code for 15% off, or coupon code, and it's Simply Hope, all capital letters. I'll leave it in the description box. So if you want 15% off, I think this is a little bit pricier of a mask. So it is $39 for a single jar or $59 for a 2-pack. So that is a little bit expensive. It's just a coupon code. I'm 99% sure that I don't get any money back, but if I do realize I do, I'll put it in the description box to let you know, because I'll be honest, I'm always honest with you guys about that. But I don't think that I get any commission off of it. And yeah, it's cruelty free if you guys are worried about that stuff. It's always good. I try to go for products that are cruelty free as well. So I do like this a lot, and I think this is a nice product. I will do a skincare video eventually, probably by the end of the summer here, and I will mention that and I'll show you guys how I use it and everything. And this is the Origins Vita Zing SPF 15 Energy Boosting Moisturizer. This is their Origins Ginseng Moisturizer, but it's the SPF one. I love their original ginseng. I use it every morning. The moisturizer is great. This one has SPF and it has a tint to it. So it's kind of like a lot of BB creams. The L'Oreal BB cream is like this. I remember I used to use that one a lot. So it's like white and then you rub it in, and then it turns like to a skin color. A lot of my foundations go on really well on top of this. I'm actually wearing this today underneath a foundation I'm going to mention. Whenever I'm wearing the dewy primer with the foundation, I don't like how it looks. I always automatically try it with this one, and it always looks better. So I think that this is a great product as a primer. That's what I've been using it as, and it's great for under your skin if you're going to be outside. So I love it. So the foundation that I was talking about is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. This is in the shade 710 Classic Ivory. I used to be not a fan of this. Like, this used to be like, would be in my regrets, but I've been using it so much lately because I tried it with that primer, and I also tried it with just the NYX Hydro Touch Dewy Primer, or Hydrating Primer, and holy cow, do I see a difference when I'm using this with that primer compared to the dewy. I have another foundation to mention here too today, which is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. This has hyaluronic acid. This is a very light coverage, very just hydrating tint like it says, and I think this product is really great paired with just a hydrating primer, not a dewy primer. So these two I do not like with that Wet n Wild Dewy Primer. They make my skin look awful. I mentioned this one in a vlog I can link down below that I was talking about, and I was like, I don't like this foundation because it wasn't the primer. But Origins Moisturizer or the NYX Hydro Touch Primer look great with these. So if I'm wanting more coverage or whatever. I really like this. This is also my summer shade, so it's working really well for me right now because a lot of my foundations are too light for me. So I'm in that, I have like a row of the winter foundations and a row of the summer ones because the summer ones are dark and the winter ones are light. So I really like this one a lot, and I think this is a great one. And I used to really not like it even a month ago, and now I've really loved it. Same with this one. I really like this one as well. This is more of a natural. I feel like I would like this even more in the winter time just because it is more of a tint, and this is in the shade Nude 40, which is like the 4th darkest shade. Does it have a scent? It's an alcohol scent, but it's not. It's so light that you can't really smell it a lot. Once it's on your face, you can't smell it. It has a doe foot applicator. I really have been liking this foundation. It's a good one. I really wore it a lot in June when I first got it. I haven't worn it as much now, but I did like it, and I think we'll definitely continue to wear it in the winter. So I have a dud, and this is a foundation. Well, okay, this is not a dud. This is a meh. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation Stick. The reason why it's a meh is because, well, one, the shade is way too light for me. I have the shade Ivory. Not very many shades, so I just picked up a random one, more my winter shade. But I haven't really loved it on its own. I feel like it sits on my skin too much for me. I'm not a big stick foundation person, and I just felt like it did just sit on my skin funny. But I noticed when I mixed it with this foundation, it was a great pairing. So I think in the winter time, when I'm a little bit more fair, I will like this a lot because this will lighten it. Because this isn't too dark, but it's a little bit dark for my winter, so these two combined are a great combination. I thought these worked really well because this was more moisturizing, this was a little bit drier, but it was more coverage, so just the mixture of the two looked great. So I would say this is kind of a meh product on its own, but these two are great. But I hate to say that because then this is like $15, this is like $10. You're spending $25, $30 on this combination when I'm like, well, you can go pick up a high-end foundation that's this price, that's good. But that's why I hate to say it. So I would say if you're going to buy one of these, the Neutrogena one, but if you have one and you're thinking about the other, I think the pair is great. That's why I'm kind of mentioning this as a matte because I don't really like it on its own. So if you are a stick foundation person, I don't think it's that bad of a stick foundation. Concealers, I've been cranking out the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer this month. I finally picked up another shade. This one's the shade 20 Sand. This is 15 Fair. They don't match the shades. I think they redid the shades, so it's all confusing, and I just mixed them. The sand is really yellow, but when I mix them, they look great. They're not too heavy of a coverage, which is what I like, and they're good for every day, and I'm wearing them today. I tried to wear a lot of products today. So a powder is the e.l.f. Finishing Powder. I've been cranking this one out as well. Honestly, lately, I've been into using my L'Oreal Sponge for my foundation, which I have the old one and the new one, and I can tell a huge difference. The old one is so much better, but I have been dipping my sponge in it like this and then pressing it in my skin, and it's been giving me like this flawless look pressing it into my skin. So I've been trying to use this because it's in my makeup use up. I've used a lot of products in my makeup use up. Oh my gosh, I should film an update on that. I really like this powder. I'm just trying to use it up because I'm just trying to go through powders in my collection. And I think I like the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin just a little bit better, but this is not a bad one. Okay, a blush is the Benefit Dallas blush. I've had this blush for a while now. I did buy this with my own money, so it's really special to me. I mean, obviously I buy most of my makeup with my own money, but just when I was younger, like a few years ago, I spent my hard-earned money on this. So I really did like this blush. I do like this blush. I think it's a nice, very neutral shade, and I can use it as a blush bronzer, especially on the days that I'm just trying to quickly do my makeup. This is great for school or work, and I really like it. Today I'm actually wearing not this because I'm wearing a different blush from Profusion, but I'll just apply a little bit on top just to show you. It's pigmented, but not like too much either. Oh, I just love this blush. I'm not a big blush person, so for me to be saying that is a big deal. I have another complete dud. This is the Paris Hilton Ombre Bronzer. This was a $3.99 bronzer from TJMAXX, and it's not that this is a bad color or anything. It's a nice cool tone shade. I just noticed it doesn't blend very well. Is it powder? Yeah, it's very powdery, and it doesn't last long. I've used this as a bronzer contour. I've used it in the crease of my eye, and it did not last long at all. Of course, I don't know if I use a good primer as on my eye, but this is a bronzer, so I didn't really care for it. It's $3.99, but it wasn't my favorite, and I've only used it like twice, and I didn't want to go back for it, so I feel like that way to tell, like, if I used it twice and I really don't want to use it again, that means I probably didn't like it. Brows, I got some brow products to talk about. The L'Oreal Brow Stylist Shape and Fill. I was talking about this in a recent video of mine, not really sure which one. I really like this brow product. I think that this Oh, the ones that makeup I will repurchase, because I will always repurchase this. I just really like this one and I've been using it a lot this month, so I just thought I'd throw it in here. But I talk about it all the time. The L'Oreal Shape and Fill Brow Pencil in Brunette. I picked up this, I think probably in June. I feel like I've had these products for a while, but that's because if I just got it like at the end of June, I'm not going to mention it in June favorites because I literally had used it for like a couple days and I feel like that's not fair, you know? So I've been testing this out a lot. This is the Revlon Colorstay Brow Mousse. So this is like a brow gel. This one, it's very pigmented. You twist the bottom and it comes out like 4 different holes in the thing. So what I will do is then like twist it like this on my hand, so then it distributes the product through the spoolie to brush through. The spoolie is like this rubbery thing. It's not like an actual spoolie. And I think this is not a bad product. If you have super full brows and you need like not really much filling in, you might like this just to hold the brows in place and fill in any tiny gaps. My brows are pretty full, but I still need to fill in some areas, so this isn't the greatest for me just to use on its own. But if I need to fill it in and then use this as a brow gel, it's not bad. It can get a little messy, so I wouldn't say that I will repurchase this, but it's not a bad product. If you're looking for one that to just fill in your fuller brows, you would like this. If you have really thin brows, you would not like this. Stay away from this. But yeah. This is not a bad product, but it's not my favorite. Why is this video so long? I have 2 single shadows. The Maybelline, these are like old ones. The Expert Wear, the Maybelline Expert Wear Single Shadow, and then the L'Oreal Infallible Single Shadow and Amber Rush. These are very similar. The Maybelline one is in Nude Glow and the L'Oreal one is in Amber Rush, like I said. They're very similar. I think the Maybelline one is a little, yeah, the Maybelline one's a little more cool tone purple and the L'Oreal one is a little more peachy. So the top one's L'Oreal, the bottom one's Maybelline. I think that they're both very reflective. I kind of prefer the L'Oreal one just a little bit more because it's a little more peachy and I just like the tone of it. These ones are more like $7 and this is only like $2.99, so I definitely think this is worth the $2.99 for sure. Actually, I have an eyeshadow primer I picked up like last week sometime, but I've worn it so much in the last week and I love it that I have to mention it. This is the CoverGirl Lid Lockup Primer. This is a sticky eyeshadow primer. A lot of people have gotten a PR box from CoverGirl and this was in it and they were talking about it, so I heard about it a lot. And I didn't get that PR box, but I went out and purchased this on my own, and I think this is a great eyeshadow primer. I love it so much more than my Urban Decay one. It's stickier, so it grabs onto the shadow. I just felt like if I have like an eyeshadow palette that isn't the greatest, or I don't love it as much as like some other ones, even if I wear this, it just makes it perform even better and pop. And I'm wearing it today under my Profusion eyeshadow palette look, but I love, love, love this primer. It's my new favorite eyeshadow primer and it's inexpensive. It's not like Urban Decay price. The Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter I've been enjoying. I've been wearing it in my inner waterline. That's the word. I've been wearing it in my waterline like every single day this month. And I don't know, I probably picked it up a few weeks ago. I don't even remember, but I love this. Emily Noel talks about this. I think it does a great job of brightening. I know it's a brow highlighter, but it's great in your inner waterline and it stays there for a long time. Of course, my Maybelline That's Sensational. I repurchased it this month. I haven't had it in a while and holy cow, all-time favorite mascara. If you're looking for a great drugstore one for volumizing, lengthening, curling, this is more of a wet formula, a rubber wand. Great, I love it. Last makeup product I have to mention is the Revlon Kiss Plumping Lip Cream. This is in the shade Barely Blush. Do I think this is plumping? Not a chance. It's got a little bit of a minty feel. I'm wearing it today. I'll just pile on more. So, and I think one of the things I love is just this squeezy tube. It's like so simple and compact. It's just quick and easy to throw on and I love it. It's a little bit minty, not really, I don't even think it's tingling right now. I feel like the more I put on, I feel it a little bit more, but not plumping at all, just very minty and cooling. And I actually like lip plumpers. I think they're kind of fun. So I really like this one. Okay, should we talk about music? This is like my favorite time. I really like Bottoms Up by Brantley Gilbert. This is an older song, but I love it. I don't know the words really until get on the truck. Chicken Fried by Zac Brown Band. Tea, pecan pie, homemade wine, and a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. Okay, Speechless by Dan and Shay. You say I'll be down at 5. Smell of the perfume. I love this song. I'm speechless. Standing at the stand. Oh. Dress. All that I can do. And I'm speechless. Dirt Road Anthem by Jason Aldean. On the dirt road. Laid back, swerving Green Tractor by Jason Aldean. Holy crap, I've been listening to this song like crazy. I can take you for a ride on my big green tractor. We can go slow, I'll make it go faster. Somewhere in My Car by Keith Urban. Oh my gosh. Driving home tonight. Somewhere in my car is waiting hard on the street like Drink to That All Night. I just like the beginning of this song so much. Jared Neiman. Don't look now, the parking lot's full, gonna ride that curve with a Dallas fool. Everybody in the ATM is on, and DJ's got those speakers pumping. Going on a white Mercedes. I can drink that. Burning Man by Dierks Bentley. I think this is newer. I'm a little bit steady, but a little bit rolling. I'm a little bit heaven, but still a little bit fleshy. I added this song to my playlist. This is a pop song. This is Girls Like You by Maroon 5 and Cardi B. Holy shiz. After I filmed my June favorites, I have been playing this so freaking much. I am like, now that it's like the end of July, I'm like done with this song because I've heard it so much, but holy crap. Cause girls like you, rough guys like me, sundown when I call you, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Not too long ago, I was dancing with dollars, so you gonna call Cardi, come and rev it up like a Harley, make the red light, stop. I don't really want a white horse in a carriage. I'm thinking more white horse and carrots. I play with the city like a fight with your tongue. No, I have listened to this song way too many times. If I know the words to that rap part, that is hilarious. I'm almost done. It has been a really long video. This song is called You Say by Lauren Daigle, and this is a popular one. I think this is Lauren. I love Lauren Daigle. Her voice is amazing. You say I am when I can't feel a thing. Oh, you say I am yours. This song is Crank That by Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy,
this is an old song, but I just love it. I've been playing it a lot this month. Okay, I gotta be done. I am in the most delirious mood right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love doing favorites videos. I love talking about music. I don't know what it is, but the beauty part, fun. But holy cow, or like the music part is like my favorite. I think at the end of the year when I do a 2018 beauty favorites, I'm gonna have to talk about like the music of all time that year. Even if it was like, I had mentioned it before, like my top 10 songs of the whole year. I'm totally doing that. You can do a drive with me if you want me to do a drive with me, sharing my music favorites. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you enjoyed this video or you enjoy favorites videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. That was a weird hand to say bye with. Bye guys.